Hi, this is Larry of ManCave Mayhem. Today we are going to do an install video. I got a box full of Triumph goodies, and one of those goodies are handguards. I ended up getting the Triumph handguards, and as you can see, they're not the most sturdy handguards. The metal, the aluminum just doesn't, it's more kind of like a cast aluminum, and I think they did it for beauty. But I basically wanted these just kind of to protect my hands on light stuff, so I wasn't super concerned about it. Otherwise I would have ended up getting bark busters or something, but I think these look nice on the bike, and they're set up to fit the bike, so that's what I'm doing. So we'll get that started right now. I'll show you how this works and how easy this is to install, or how difficult it is, I'm not sure. If you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to like and share my videos, it helps out my channel. And let's get on with the video. All right, before I get started, I wanted to lay out everything and show you what you should expect to get if you order these handguards. All right, starting right now, these worthless pieces of paper that Triumph give you. Garbage. Okay, no instruction sheet per se, but this is pretty straightforward stuff. And as I was saying, these handguards are pretty, they look like they're probably pretty flimsy. Had I known, I probably would have ordered some bark busters, but I'm not gonna be hitting it hard on dirt trails, so that ain't gonna be a problem for me. I'm an old man, and I will be doing a little bit of off-roading, but nothing crazy. So anyhow, you got the handguards themselves, and then the brackets that mount. I'm assuming these mount right here somehow, and then the plastic guards, and then the hardware. So let's get started on this. We're going to take the bar ends off first. I'm sure those are going to need to come off, so we'll get that going and we'll go from there. Tools you're going to need for this is a ratchet, maybe an extension, a number 4, a number 5, and a number 6 Allen key. And then, for reasons unknown to me, a T27 Torx head socket, or a Torx. Because these two screws are torqued. So I don't know why, but that's the way it is. Let's get started. We're going to start by taking these bar ends off. We'll get those off, and then we'll move on to the next step. All right, so after looking at this, I'm looking at these ends going, where's the other cap for this? These actually replace the stock mirror brackets right here. So we're going to go ahead and take these mirrors off, pull the mirrors apart, and replace these mirror brackets with these new mirror brackets, and also the handguard bracket. So that's integrated into one thing, which probably makes it weaker too. So, but anyhow, like I said, we'll get that going. That's the next. So a couple things I want to mention. On these mirrors, there's actually 4 washers, 2 go on the top and 2 go on the bottom. So when you're taking them off, just be careful not to drop those. Also, these are the mirror brackets that come off. The other side of the bracket stays on, and we're going to replace those mirror brackets with these for the handguards. So we'll do that right now. All right, just a quick note. I like to use a little Loctite, blue preferably. Makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside, but you know, some people don't want to use that. Some people like to keep their handlebar gear a little loose in case they dump it. I like things snug. I don't want things vibrating loose, so I use the little Loctite on these actual bolts here. So this is what it should look like. I snug these up because in reality there's no adjustment to be made there. So there's the new mirror mounts right there. I won't put the mirrors on until we get the handguards on, but that'll give you an idea where we are right there with those, and that's how those should go on. They connect to the existing clamp there. So next step, we're going to go ahead and put these together. All right, I'm not going to bore you with a video, but I'll show you. This is basically how those go on, and you're going to use the provided hardware to attach them on the backside. There's 2 bolts that go on the backside, and then obviously one here and one here to secure it to the handlebars. So we'll get that going right now. And to attach these to this, you're going to use these little black bolts provided. This is how the handguards look after they're installed, and those are the 2 bolts that go on there. They take a little fussing around with, but kind of stretches things out. It works pretty good. So now we're going to go ahead and install these on the bike. This obviously goes on like this, and you put a bolt in here to that, and then the bar end, it goes back on the bar ends. You won't be reusing your old bar ends. So we'll go ahead and get that started. Just loosely, now these are just loosely set on here. I haven't got any bolts put in them yet, but basically we're getting close to being done here. And notice, just be aware, this has a plastic tab spacer in it. So when you get ready to install these, you want to pull that out, and that'll clamp down on your bar and or your handlebars. So we're gonna get, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the bolt in here first, and then I'm gonna push this in where I like it, and we'll tighten that up. But one thing to note too is they give you new bolts for the mirrors. So these are extra bolts for your mirrors, which is kind of nice because it's pre-Loctited. And the rest of these will go on the ends of the bars, and these will go on the front right here. So I'm going to go ahead and get that installed, and we should be able to wrap this thing up. That's a relatively simple process. The only thing that I want to make a note of is you can kind of see how this just barely flushes up here. You kind of have to push these bar ends in, at least on the XC. Now, on the XE, I imagine it's not, they're not going to flex in as much because the bars are obviously wider. So I'm sure these were really designed to accommodate the XE and the XC. So on the XC, you have to just kind of push in on this. Once this is secured, there's not much room for adjustment, so you push it in as far as you can. Then just make sure when you're done doing that and got those tightened down, you just check your throttle. I mean, there's obviously a large gap there, but check your throttle, make sure that's going to work properly. Now, the only thing left to do is put these bar end caps on that they provided and throw the mirrors back on. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and we'll get back to you. Give you a real quick look at how they look. I really like the look of them. Like I said, we'll see how strong they are. Everybody says they break real easy. This is what the bar end caps look like. What to do with these? Maybe I'll save these for a more sophisticated time when handguards are not necessary. But until then, these are sitting on the shelf. That's all for now. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and just remember, I'm just a man in a cave causing mayhem. Thanks again for watching.